Buonasera ragazzi, siamo qui con Daniel Warren Johnson, l'autore di Dua Powerbomb, Murder Falcon, Extremity e tanti altri fumetti che abbiamo tantissimo amato in Italia, quindi nice to meet you Daniel.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Let's talk about Dua Powerbomb. I guess it must not be easy transposing the dynamism of wrestling on paper. Which are the biggest difficulties you have working on it?
If you take a picture of a wrestling move, right, oftentimes it looks very awkward and it's hard to understand what's going on. Still images in wrestling, it's tough. It's really tough. So translating that in a 2D space, especially within storytelling, that was easily the biggest challenge. And trying to break it down with small panels, medium panels, visually, so that a person who doesn't watch wrestling can know that's a tombstone pile driver.
Yeah. In fact, you have a lot of splash pages that are awesome.
Yes, I do. I have a lot of splash pages and a lot of big panels of the actual move, but leading up to the move, a lot of little panels.
And on the other end, what is the thing that gave you most satisfaction doing this comic?
I really feel like I stuck the landing. I feel like the end of Do a Powerbomb is probably the best ending I've ever made. I don't know how I'm going to top myself.
In Italy, we also loved Murder Falcon a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. How did you decide to totally change the setting for Do a Powerbomb?
Well, I mean, I love wrestling, and I didn't want to do a story of like wrestling in space. You know, I wanted it to be grounded, so it was like inside a wrestling ring. People would recognize it as a wrestling ring. Wrestling fans would be able to call out specific moves. But then I also wanted the genre fiction and supernatural element to it to kind of bring everything together and make it new.
Yeah.
So it's not just like you're watching wrestling on television.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
If you want to do that, you just turn your TV on, which is what I do.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make something new and kind of use and celebrate the comic book art form along with the art form of pro wrestling.
Yeah. Reading the foreword from Do a Powerbomb, I understood that you haven't followed wrestling for a long time. You are new to the discipline. Did you then recover the old events you had never seen before? Like old WrestleManias and everything?
Yeah, I watched quite a few Wrestle Kingdoms in New Japan, like Wrestle Kingdom 9 with Kota Ibushi versus
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah. I have watched a few WrestleManias, a few famous matches, watched some FMW matches like Hayabusa, old ROH matches.
Yeah.
Like Necro Butcher versus Necro Butcher versus Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe, yeah.
Yeah, where with like Necro Butcher's like basically the shape of his head in blood stamped on the concrete floor. Legendary.
I recommend you from these days Samoa Joe against Kenta Kobashi.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That is something else, bro.
Awesome.
Something else.
And so what's your favorite match of all time? Mine is, I don't know if you have seen it, Brett versus Owen Hart, WrestleMania 10, the most beautiful match ever.
It's a good match.
Yeah.
My favorite match of all time, it probably would have to be, because it helped me get into pro wrestling. It was like the thing where I had my like little toe in the water and then I jumped into the pool. G1 28, so 2018 G1 when I first started watching. Kota Ibushi versus Tomohiro Ishii, where Kota Ibushi jumps off, he does a moonsault off the balcony. Like it blew my mind. And I had never seen Ishii before ever, like doing like, I mean, he's like, he looks like an old man.
Yeah.
Walking like this, but when he's in the ring, he's like a super. It's like magic. A close second would probably be Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay from this year. Holy cow! Can you believe that? We're watching history happen. They're gonna be.
I love it. Every match of Omega.
Be talking about that.
Yeah. Your characters in the Powerbomb, but also in Murder Falcon or Extremity, are extremely well characterized and realistic in their tempers. Yeah. Are you inspired by someone you know to create them, or they are 100% original creation?
Into a Powerbomb?
In every of your comics.
There are definitely things that I kind of celebrate and give nod to, for sure, in the character design. I do try and make it my own, with Murder Falcon, it kind of, the red band obviously is like kind of a Street Fighter vibe. If Street Fighter met like a falcon. They're little like things that you know, I'm taking from pop culture and here and there, which I'm trying to make my own. There's definitely a little nod to Hayabusa in Cobra-san's design from Do a Powerbomb. Lona Steel Rose is pretty much like straight from my imagination. No sort of inspiration or anything. It just kind of came out. And with Do a Powerbomb, you know, it was all story first, like paragraphs, words, actually, like on a Word document. I didn't have any of the designs down pat until like 2 months before I started drawing it, which is very rare for me. Usually it's the other way around. I have a sketch of a character that I really like, and I kind of build a story around what I draw. This was the opposite, and Do a Powerbomb, and it was kind of scary, because I'm like, I'm supposed to be drawing this in like 2 months, better figure this out. So finally I did.
Awesome. I think your panels are really awesome. Are you self-educated in design or cartoonics, or have you attended comic school?
Oh, all self-taught.
Okay.
I did go to college, but it was for teaching art, not for comics or anything like that. I had to treat comic books like they were my job, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, like I was getting paid for it, but I wasn't getting paid for it. So I kind of had to pretend until pretending became reality.
Yeah. How long does it take to make one of your George's splash page?
Every page that you see takes me anywhere from 3 to 12 hours to do. Most of the time, though, it's around 6 hours. It's not always 12.
Ah, it's good.
Yeah, like a really detailed splash page, like you know, where they first, like where Lona and Cobra-san see the where God is, the ring.
Spoiler.
Sorry. The Heaven's Gate Pro Wrestling, when they first see that big splash, that took me a long time.
Yeah.
But then another page, which maybe doesn't have as much stuff going on, maybe 4 to 6 hours. Not too bad.
It's good. Among your influences, there is definitely manga. Yeah. Which authors, such as Sensei Katsuhiro Otomo, I think, there is any Japanese comic that has particularly impressed you lately?
Yeah. There's a new one out that I'm kind of into. It's Dan to Dan.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that one?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Interesting. The art's great. Let's see what else. I'm on my second read through of Berserk. I read it through once and loved it, and now that was all on my iPad. I'm now reading it through with those big tomes. I'm collecting all of them, and I'm having just as much fun reading it the second time through as I am the first time. It's a really incredible work.
By the way, Extremity has been revived in black and white after being released in full color. Tell us about how this operation came up and why.
Yeah, it was Sub-Ita's idea, Marco's idea, I believe. He reached out and he said, we're thinking about doing a black and white single edition of Extremity. What do you think? And I was like, love it. Do it up. Yeah. And he asked for the total black and white files, so without any color. And when he shrank them down, actually, he said they didn't read super well because they were too small and too detailed. So he actually took Mike Spicer, my colorist. He got files from Mike Spicer, and he grayscaled them. So what you're seeing is Mike's colors, but it's all in grayscale. And it works great. It makes everything flow together, and that was Marco's idea. Thank you, Marco. He resized all the balloons by hand, every single page. Heavenly Saint, Marco, thank you. And it looks fantastic, and it's an honor to have it in print. I mean, it just looks so good. I'm going to bring an edition home with me. I don't have any yet, so I'm excited. You should buy it.
So it's not the first time you've come to Italy. What do you think of our country, and how did you find yourself at our comic fairs?
Yeah, well, Sub-Ita was the first to reach out 3 years ago when we were at Lucca Comics in 2019. That was a great experience. That was right when Murder Falcon had come out in hardcover. And it is pretty crazy, man.
It is.
Well, okay, so before Lucca, I had never been out of the country to sign or do any events or any press or anything outside of the U.S. It was only the U.S. So, you know, coming to Italy, and there's these people that I don't understand what they're saying, but they're holding up my book, and they're basically like, you know, it's Italian, Italian, Italian. I love this. Italian, Italian, Italian. Thank you, Italian, Italian, Italian. Ciao.
There are not many people who speak English in Italy.
Oh, and that's great. It's totally awesome. That's great. I don't understand a word they're saying, but they're holding my book up and they're near tears. So that's a incredible experience for sure. And I love this country. I'm half Italian.
You are?
I am. Yeah. My mom is completely Italian.
Where is she from?
Right. I don't know the town name. It's right in the middle of the boot. Like right in the middle. Sorry, guys.
Maybe Rome.
Italian. I'm sorry to all Italians. I am disrespecting all of you at the same time by saying that. I apologize. But
you are starting to know Italy.
Yeah. You know, I've been to the top. Not quite the top. I've been to Lucca. I've been to Naples. I'm going to go to Rome soon. Your pizza is the best I've ever had. There was in Naples. There was an Italian yesterday who told me Italians love hearing that I had the best pizza of my life in Naples, in Italy. Says it gives them a power up.
They're really into food.
Oh yeah,
into defending their foods.
I'm gonna go home to Chicago and I'll be like, because we have Chicago deep dish pizza. It's not the same.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's not the same.
It's strange. It seems like an Italian cake.
Yeah, it is like a cake. Yeah. It's like a salty cake.
Yeah.
This sounds terrible. My Italian friends. There are two places. If you ever go to Chicago, you're going to translate this, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Two places.
I'm going to put subtitles.
Yeah, two places in Chicago to get Chicago deep dish pizza. Lou Malnati's, two words.
It was the first, right?
I don't know if it was the first, but Lou, L-O-U, Malnati's, M-A-L-N-A-T-I-S.
Yeah.
That's one. Second, Pequods, P-E-Q-U-O-D-S. Nowhere else. Don't do it.
What do you like most and least about the current state of pro wrestling?
I cannot stand that Vince McMahon is still doing his bullshit. I mean, oh my God, get the F out of here. I'm sorry, I don't want to get on my high horse, but like, dude.
I think everyone think that.
Also, like, bro, you have been called out by like so many ladies. It's time, bro. It's time to retire. Have some Mai Tais. Read a book.
I don't think it's a lot of a good reader, but
also, CM Punk, my dude. Oh my God, Kenny Omega's my favorite wrestler. So
you can say everything you want about CM Punk now.
Well, he lives in Chicago. He's from Chicago. Respect. But dude, I mean, there's rumor that he's coming back June 17th. There's a rumored Chicago show.
Yeah.
Where he's gonna come back, and I don't know.
You don't want him back.
Well, you know what? I saw that press conference, and AEW got me through the pandemic. It got me through my wife, my kid, my few friends, and AEW. It was the only thing I was looking forward to. It was like a Saturday night. It was so special because it was like the only new thing, and it got me through. And then when I saw him taking a poop on the whole company at that press conference, and that was it was very, very upsetting, very disappointing. So I want resolution, of course. Like, I think he's a great wrestler. He is great at his frickin' job. He's a great promo. He gets me into it, and I'm like, and I hear him talk. I'm like, wow, that's true. So I want peace. Like,
harmony.
That's what I believe in. I believe that that's something that we should strive as, like, it's kind of cheesy, but as humans, and that's something I desire, but I need an apology before I can get there.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see, I don't know.
I'm a big fan of CM Punk, and but he was clearly wrong.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, fess up, say you're sorry, let's turn the boat around. And bro, like, if you apologize to the fans and you say, my bad, like, I'm gonna try and be better, and like, let's just an apology, just lay it out there, bro. I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
We all make mistakes, Lord knows. And also, I know it's not easy to be in the public eye either. You have a bad day, like, dude, his tricep was just torn.
Yeah.
That's not a good situation.
Yeah, you have a lot of haters also.
Yeah, dude, totally. So, like, respect. I think you're awesome, but also, like,
Listen to that, CM Punk.
You guys get me.
Is the Powerbomb your favorite finisher?
Oh, the finisher and,
Yeah,
do a
the
power. Like the move.
The actual move, yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think it's probably like some sort of variation of well, my favorite finisher ever is the one-winged angel.
Ooh, yeah.
But
awesome.
I also love the German suplex. I love it when that's a finisher because, like, you know, you watch MMA and if somebody ever gets suplexed, they're done.
It's KO.
Instant KO. So I really appreciate that in storyline. If somebody gets suplexed, they're out. I think that's great. But do a suplex does not roll off the tongue. Do a power bomb. Oh, that sounds good.
I remember a match in TNA maybe some years ago with Samoa Joe against AJ Styles, and Joe won with a German suplex. I think I remember something
Way to
like
go,
that.
Joe. Way to go, Joe. Good job, Joe.
Ok ragazzi, questo era Daniel Warren Johnson, che ringraziamo tantissimo. It was really a pleasure to meet you. Thanks. E ci vediamo presto.
Ciao.
Ciao!